Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs, and this is the latest installment of Gundam Battle Operation 2 for Steam. This week's banner is the Dezpada, which is the sister unit to the Siskudo, so that should be interesting if I can get a hold of it. Enhanced Double Zeta and Zeku Zwei are on limited supply drop. Wow, words are hard. Hangar campaign is going, so your enhancements will go a little bit faster. There's a half off 10 spin with bonus mechanic tickets up. I actually wound up spending most, if not all, of my tokens on this and got a couple of the overtuning parts, which are pretty handy. Yeah, the new soldiers thing is still going. It is the beginning of a month, so GBO days will give us some free spins. And, yeah, we're still getting enhanced drop rates on crates. So we're going to see how this is running. I've heard tell that it's running a little bit better now than it used to. It's still a little bit chop here, I think. But let's see. Oh yeah, because of various things, clans are disabled for the moment. But let's see. Yeah, but we finally got that 500,000 DP social media reward, so and that's not a bad thing to have. And hey, they actually got it to us before, Twitter ended. That's pretty impressive. So that is going to get us a monthly mission out of that. And let's see. Yeah, I forget what exactly the Tanabata Festival is in Japan, but Wikipedia is a thing that exists. Okay, yeah, I have 4 whole tokens. Let's see, this week to the Masala level 1 and 2 and Gabsley level 3 have gone to the DP store. There's a lot in the DP store I do not currently have. I think I may spend most of this on, well, if I want the level 4 parts, I'll have to spend almost all of it. Okay, or the level 5, excuse me. But let me give a piece of advice here. The enhanced melee program is a lot more useful than the enhanced firing program. If you'll notice, the firing program uses long-range slots mostly, which is something that all long-range parts already use. So, our firing program parts already use. So it doesn't have enough power to make it worth replacing your level 4 and under parts. If you have 1, 2, 3, and 4, you can generally fit more of them on a mobile suit than you can do with this plus any combination. So generally, if you can only fit one or the other, this one is the best one to leave out to get higher ranged mod numbers. It's when you get things like supports with a lot of long-range slots where you can fit all of them that this part really becomes valuable. This, however, the close-range slots naturally where most of the melee boost comes from, and as you can see, the equip slots are distributed a lot more evenly here. So you get an extra 13 melee boost, and since it takes 5 close range slots and 3 each medium and long, you can fit it on a lot more things than the level 5 ranged program. So I'm going to buy that because it is going to be very useful in some of the builds that I will probably want to do. Let's see, any other parts I want to get at the moment? Have one of the cooling parts. Do I already have quick loaders? No, I do not. Let's grab at least up to, I think I can afford to do at least up to level 3 on both quick loaders and beam cooldown. I tend to prioritize attack, defense, and armor, but there are definitely suits where these parts can be extremely useful. So we're going to go for that next. I don't think I have quite enough to do both. I don't have quite enough to do both the level 4 parts for cooling and reloading. Of the two, if I was going to suggest it, quick loader probably, uses a lot of slots, so it's kind of a tie in that sense because you'll probably be able to use the beam cooldown part more often. But when you get up into the higher levels, when there's an awful lot of beam rifles even that use E-packs and thus have ammo counts, they fall under reload rather than cooldown, so the quick loader will affect them. So I'm going to leave it at level 3, though. I don't use the level 4 parts very often in either. So I'm going to grab some leg reinforcement parts, because there are things that just have very fragile legs, and being able to get damage reduction on those can be very handy. Thruster control, very useful for transformable suits, because it'll let them fly longer. But I think I'll leave that for now. Field motor, if you want faster turning speed, this is the part you use. I did a little video to show the difference between not using these and using these on both the slowest and fastest turning suits I could find. Database link increases. Okay, so just it increases like damage to the locations. I think I mentioned this before. It increases basically not actual like hit point damage, but like the stress on that location, so that it's easier for things to fall over after boosting, or lose their radar, or be totally disabled functionally in space. Because if you get your backpack wrecked in space, you're in trouble. Let's see. But we are going to, I think, leave it there for now. And what is in the recycle ticket store? We have got... yeah, this is the week that the Rezell becomes available. I really like the Rezell. I also know I can't afford it. The level 1 Rezell is actually only 205 recycle tickets. I'm pretty close to being able to do that. I like it. It's very similar to the Zeta Gundam, but it's not... It has its own charms. It only gets one swing with its beam bayonet, but it has a few extra beam weapons on it. So yeah, Rezell is good. I like it. Gaza C is not bad. I'm not good at it, but it's very effective at 400 in particular. Hyakushiki Kai, also not bad. Kind of expensive here, but yeah, it's a good suit. Let's see. Yeah. That is... Oh yeah, I forgot the rail cannon for the Desert Gym looked that neat. But yeah, that is where we're at the moment. I got some of the... I think I have all 3 of the spaced frames now. Whichever ones I didn't have, I dropped in post-match crates. So we are going to... let's go take whichever free spins we have, which will be the GBO Days one. I forget if I've got a weekly spin, 10 spin here too, or not. We'll just go through anything, and anything that says 0 tokens, we will take. So this is a GBO Days spin. Those have a very wide pool of mobile suits, stuff that are not in other lotteries anymore generally. So Dom Tropical Test Type level 3 is newer than I expected. It's 400. It also has a crazy strong melee downswing. It would be a good candidate for that ranged part I just got. So let's see. This one guarantees 2 3-star higher mobile suits. Does not guarantee that they won't be duplicates, but that shows up every GBO Days weekend, so just be aware. I already did the half price step on this. I did 2 steps on this. If I had 30 more tokens, I could possibly get the Psycho Frame, the Educational Computer, or the Heavy Armor. And also, yeah, Enhanced Double Zeta and Zeku's Y. I already got Enhanced Double Zeta, so... we are going to take 1 spin on the Dezpada banner and hope, because I never got that on any of my PlayStation Network accounts. So we'll see if I can get it here. And let's see what we get. It's not likely to come from Medea. It's a fat uncle. It could. Let's see what we get. It is a silver box, still possible. But nope, just a cannon beam rifle level 2. It's not a bad thing to have. I do have the just a cannon, so... yeah, decent thing to have, but definitely not what I was hoping for. Okay, it is Thursday, so on Thursdays, the goals are 2 space rounds and 1 round where you make 2 kills. This does feel a little bit more responsive now. I'd heard tell that some people who were playing it said it was starting to feel better after the most recent patch. So, good to see that that does seem to be the case. There's not quite as much lag when you go into a menu screen. So we're going to go with start out with this 700 basic match in the Lunar Debris Belt. What have I got at 700 that I can possibly make good use of? Yeah, a little bit laggy here, but not as bad. See, trying to think of something I have probably not run lately, or have not run on PC at all. I don't think I've run the Zeta Hyper Mega Launcher type at all, or if I have, not well. Don't have any of the level 2 parts for it. It is set up, I set it up for beam resistance, because that's not a bad thing at high costs when you're going to be hopefully fighting at range. You can fight closer up with the double Zeta HML type pretty well, especially once it goes into biosensor and you have a dodge roll. But we have 3 supports, so let's find something else. So I'm pretty sure I've run the Zeku 1 Type 3 before. Let's see. No, that's also a support. I'm kind of having trouble making up my mind. I do not run the Dryson very often, especially in space. Let's give it a go. Okay, so we're going to... I have the level 4 of both the bazooka and the beam rifle. It's a charging beam rifle. It does pretty well. I like charging beam rifles. We're going to do it. It can use Dom heat sabers. I'm going to stay with the Tomahawk for the knockdown. It has rapid fire beam cannon in its arms and tri-blades which follow your camera. Let's see. The axe... Do the tri-blades count as melee? Nope, they are ballistic, so... I think I'll actually forego that part on this build. What are the defense values? I'm going to try and get defense pumped up as much as I can, mostly. So 1 beam, that gives us 46. 1 ballistic, 41. 1 melee, 43. So yeah, that's pretty respectable. The maximum defense value is 50. So overtuning melee could actually, if I'm going to put a melee part, that could be valuable here, because, yeah, that gives me 12%, because this is a level 4, so, yeah. I only have 30 seconds, though, so time to speed up. Spaced frame, then, and the status thing. And let's go. Alright. So... yeah, we've got a new Gundam, a Dagdoll, an XS, a Gundam Mark V, and a Dryson. Dryson, sometimes people are not particularly happy to see higher levels of suits that start at lower costs in rated, but the Dryson is particularly capable generally. They probably would rather I was not using the beam rifle, but that's just kind of how I roll, so we'll see if I can do it. I'm a pretty good shot with the beam rifle, so hopefully it will work out. This is kind of the one where, on these long play videos, if I fail, I fail. I don't, necessarily hold out for my best performance, so if I don't make a complete fool of myself, this is going to go up. So we'll see what happens. This is the Lunar Debris Belt. There's a lot of rocks to hide behind, a lot of fighting to get into. And let's see what we got. Now, let's... Okay, there we go. Kind of an abrupt transition, but I'll take it. Okay, this is actually running a little choppy for me at the beginning here. Up to now, the combat part has been like the one part that's run perfectly smoothly. But now that I'm moving, it's good. Feels good, looks good. So, and I swear the frame rate is a little higher now, so let's see. Can I make that shot? No. That's the one problem with this beam rifle, which I believe also the Zusa can use. It's either the Zusa or the Bawu. They both have identical beam rifles, but they cannot be, they have different spots and specs. I was stuck between specs and something else. Wow, the brain is not doing well here today. And, yeah, but they have different specs and can't be, cross-equipped, so let's see. I should have aimed that a little higher. That is a Jesta type Shazar Team Type B that has a really obnoxiously good sniper rifle. So, but I'm also going to... Okay, yeah, it tackled basically by flying into my axe, I think. Had that happen on PSN earlier, too. That's just, nature of the beast. But, okay, that person is down. There is a Sinanju. And I'm going to do my best to do damage to it. I hit its shield, of course. And I'm going to die, for sure, because there's 3 of them watching me. Oh, and here's number 4. And that is a Rizel Commander Defensor type. And rolling... The roll actually worked. And I missed the Sinanju. Yeah, sometimes just... When you're about to die, when you have no health, just pick your fastest firing weapon and try and get some kind of damage in before you go, in my opinion. Do what you can to make use of the time you've got, and if it's very, very, very limited, just go for it. Probably should have thrown the tri-blades. I'm not good. I've gotten better at aiming the tri-blades thanks to the butterfly edges on the Moon Gundam, which I really love using. But tri-blades don't always don't work out for me as well as I'd like sometimes. Let's see if I can make some shots, though. We are only down a little bit. If I can make this shot, we will be temporarily in the lead. If someone else can make the shot, we will also be in the lead. Oh, that was a close enough one that they felt obliged to dodge. That's a start. There they are again. Tri-blade time. I got around the rock, but not far enough around the rock. Gotcha. Okay, there's one. We are now in the lead. I think somebody else got the other low health suit. That's good. There is another low health suit. Tri-blades. Oh, too late on the tri-blades. That's fine. But yeah, as you can see, they do follow your reticle. So if you adjust the camera, I think if you adjust the actual position of your suit as well, they will follow. So you can get some really nuanced movement out of those. And sometimes... I don't know why the Moon Gundam's version just works better for me, but it does. But yeah, you can get a lot of fun use out of the reticle following weapons if you're good at aiming them. I'm not necessarily. Apologies for all the clickiness in the mic. I'm still using that 8-bit controller, which is nice and crisp, has a great D-pad, and has fairly loud button presses. It feels like a Super Nintendo controller. That was always the thing with the SNES too, in my opinion. So, yep, that is that Shazar sniper, and missed. Aimed a little too far. Almost. Can I move, please? I can move, please. Okay, I did get the damage through, and now they're gonna kill me. Yeah, if somebody could shoot in my general direction and stop them, that'd be rad. That's a narrative Gundam. Okay. The silhouette really changes when it's not in its standard colors. I didn't have enough iframes to catch up with anything. Like, melee can be very effective in space, but I am not good at closing to melee range without getting myself beat up, which, you've probably seen that, so... Yeah, what I am going to do, though, is throw some more support fire out, because it's there, and we're there. And hopefully they'll be there when the beams come in. So, okay. That's the sniper. Let's do that. The person who is farthest out sometimes does not think that they will be targeted. If they're that remote, sometimes they don't think you'll shoot at them and you can kill them. And sometimes they're smart enough to dodge it, which kind of looking like what we're looking at here. That's fine. It at least forced them out of position so they're not constantly taking pot shots. They had to take a second and think about it. That'll do. There's a shot. Somebody tried to shoot me in the back. That happens. Tri-blades. Nope. Okay, well, machine gun wrist then. Okay, I got the last say there. That's about all I can claim. Let's see. We were all working together, so it was going to drop, and there's that Rizel again. I like that. I don't think I put this model together yet, but I like the design. I have the standard Rizel and the commander type, but I wanted the one with the defensor too. I like the transformable suits. Me, the guy who's been on like a Transformers podcast for like 15 years now. Go figure. And I'm going to die. Yep. Yeah, I'm really good at the dying thing. I think we're getting down to the wire here, and I think I may just hang back even more than I've been doing just because I am not doing really well with my close-up fighting here, and I would like to not be the one who, loses this for us. There is still a thing going on with the PC version of GBO2. It is trivial, but it's something that I can't help but notice, having, played the game so long. There was, once upon a time, in GBO2 on the PlayStation, a bug where if explosions happened near the point where you died, you would get the rumble in your controller, even if you were sitting here on the respawn screen. And I'm getting that. So yeah, that's something that maybe this is based on the PS4 version, and that just doesn't happen on the PS5. I don't know, but it's definitely something that I remember from the PlayStation version and haven't had in a while, and it was kind of strange to have back. Finally landed the tri-blades. Nice. And I'm getting sniped. Yeah, I would love it if our Mark V were, out there trying to take care of that sniper. But I think at this point the best thing I can do, since we have the lead, is just get out of the way. But no, that sniper is really getting on my nerves. So I'm just going to hang close. Yeah, meanwhile, where even is number 2? Number 2 is... Okay, they are trying... No, that's 3 and 5. I have no idea where 2... Okay, 2's down there. Yeah, they're doing a good job of defending their sniper, and I think 2's having a hard time getting close. But let's see if that was enough to keep them in place long enough to get beamed. Are you beamed? Oh, that wasn't the sniper. That was the narrative Gundam again. Well, the important thing here is not to die. That is, I think, the Zaku 4, which can do pretty good damage to me. Okay, I'm looking the opposite direction. Okay, they killed somebody and they're going to win. Rad. Well, luckily, the goals today do not include winning, so that's fine. But yeah, that sniper was really annoying. So, still, fairly close match. I did not do much valuable, but wish our Mark V had spent more time near the sniper, but I have a feeling they couldn't get close. They got top score. They may have been off killing other things too, which is kind of the trap that you get into. Well, they had the Shazar and they had the Rizel, so they might have been stalking the Rizel while the sniper locked us down. Regardless, that was an annoying round. But I'm up to Corporal level 3. Do I get a box? I get a box. I get a silver box. That is still 5 recycle tickets. That is, of course, currencies are the most common drops out of all of those, out of the bronze, silver, and gold boxes. You can get things other than DP tickets and tokens out of them. You can get gear, you can get mobile suits, you can get custom parts, you can get weapons. And, okay, the space queue here is 700 as well. 5v5 basic. Well, oh wait, the queue's just changed. So, what's up here? 650 basic space. Let's try that. And then we'll do one ground round and probably call it a day. But, let's see, 650 ground, or 650 space. Not taking the Dryson out again. I'm not doing very well with it. Violent Custom doesn't tend to do particularly well in space, in my experience. It can, I just don't do well with it. We don't have a raid. I'll take the Zeku 1 Type 1 out. That is a pretty solid suit. I do at least have the level 2 sabers for it. In case... Oh yeah, now I can make good use of just about all my equip and overtuning parts, because this thing has a lot of slots. So, overtuning parts do not show up in the damage equations. So I have a melee strength of 88 plus I think 9%. So yeah, that's going to be pretty substantial. I'm going to forego a lot of defense for that. I think... Let's see, what can I add? I think I'll go with beam defense, 650, still very beamful. I'll do that because it can... if I get my radar jammed or something, that will... Or set on fire, both of which are possible. That will close those... Or stop those quicker. It doesn't have a shield, so there's not a lot I can do with those middle slots with the parts I have. It has the Zeku Type 1 rifle, which has a grenade launcher. It also has a Sturmfaust. Technically, it should be a club, which I think is what they called it on the Type 2 and 3. And it has double beam sabers with a charging attack. So, are they a new type? Well, that remains to be seen, but put your money on no. We'll see what I can come up with, but hopefully manage to do something decent here. If I can stay behind the rocks and close to melee range, speed is really kind of the issue for me with that. I had some good rounds doing my dailies earlier on the with the high boost gym, which is incredibly fast. Like, Zeku Type 1 may not be as fast as that. I'm not 100% sure, but it is quick because it has space compatibility, which I'm pretty sure this does too. So I've mentioned it before. I'll probably mention it every time because it's something that people do tend to find confusing. Compatibility, they generally mean specialization. You can use the Zeku Type 1 in space or on Earth, but it has space compatibility, which gives it certain advantages of speed and balancer and such in space that it does not, innately have on Earth without skills. So it's not bad to think about compatibility when you're picking a suit. There are very few transforming suits that have ground compatibility. Have any compatibility, in fact. Most of them don't. One of the few that does is the Zeta Plus A1, which does have ground compatibility, which gives it significantly better thrust efficiency in Wave Rider mode, so it can fly for a very, very long time. So, at least I'm managing to keep talking while this loads. I hope it does actually load successfully, though, because I'd rather not get kicked out and have to find another room. See what happens, though. But yeah, I like the Zeku series. They all have their charms. I do not have the Zeku's Y yet. I'd love to have it. But we'll see what happens. Yeah, I get a feeling... Okay, no, there we go. Finally launched. I'm all for it. Let's see what I can do. But yeah, this rifle does not charge. It just shoots. Because of that, it does have a little bit of ASL. That's what the circle tends to be, I believe. So, yeah, they have got a really tight formation, and I am just by myself. So, yeah, somebody said stay close, and it is excellent advice. So I'm going to go get with my team instead of, sticking my nose out. The impulse as a raid is always kind of to, put yourself forward and try and find who it is you should be shooting. But it's not always the right impulse. So, and yeah, 2 shots was enough to overheat the rifle because I was not being careful enough. Heat-based rifles, sometimes that happens with me. That is the Gelgug Vertex Xanthos. If I could get to it, I could do a lot of damage, but I'm going to just sit back here. Okay, no, that was the Narrative Gundam's Trap. That was not a shield of any kind, I forgot. And I am dead. And yeah, so they focused me down pretty quickly. And I am going to have a hard time getting around them. Let's see what happens here. But yeah, I can do things to that Xanthos if I can get to it. I may just try and land some heavies on incoming generals and raids, because they're picking off our supports pretty quickly. So, see if I can do something better. That person... Yeah, let's go for the melee. Okay, they're dead, so moot. Let's see... Yeah, as you can see, the space compatibility means that I can boost for a very, very long time, which gives me a chance to do a little bit of more of better maneuvering, hopefully. More maneuvering, not necessarily better, but... Okay, yep. Okay, somebody's approaching me from the side. There they are. What are you? Should not be a Zeku's Y, but no, it's the Xanthos. That'd be lucky if it didn't have a guard. But it does, in fact, have at least one guard, probably 2 or 3. And my team is not here, so I really don't need to be approaching any further. Okay, they've decided... Okay, there's support fire coming in over my head, and they've just kind of decided apparently they're going to be back here, I think. They're just kind of trying to set up a defensive line, and that's kind of also a problem sometimes, and I'm sure there are players advanced enough that accommodate for that where I'm not really doing so, which is sometimes just the style of raid you're using is not really appropriate for your the team you're on. Because I do have some ranged capability here. It is not a lot. So I'm stuck sticking my neck out and dying when when the best thing to do is hang back with the firing line. That is on me. But yeah, the ranged weapons on this are not bad for ground ranges. Here in a nice open space map, not really enough to compete with a lot of the things we're fighting. So, yeah, fairly even, but we are being worn down. And if I could, if I could get to the sniper and deal with them, I'd love to, but I can't. So I'm just going to have to pick my battles here a little bit better. And okay, connected, grenade. Somebody else got the kill. That's fine. The kill was gotten. And you're not the Xanthos. You are, however, vulnerable to grenades, because what isn't? Let's see. Am I about to blunder into support fire? Let's see. I swear I should know. Okay, that's a Delta. That might be a Delta Plus. Yeah, and as usual, I tried to actually pursue an enemy, which I have to do my job as a raid, and got surrounded, and my team is elsewhere. So, again, this is, that's mostly on me for picking a style of suit that's not really compatible with what my team is trying to do. But also just, yeah, I could use a little bit of backup here, guys. Yeah, that's a Delta Plus, and I'm going to get stunned from the side with no support once again, and get killed. I've got to have a little more support than this if I'm going to get in there and do anything, because they're just hanging back, and as you can see, it's not working. And the suits we've got, the Dovin Wolf, the Faz can work at any range if you're brave enough. The Faz can work close up. It has a lot of good long range options. I forget what our other 2 suits are. We'll see in a second. But yeah, I'm just going to go hiding behind rocks. At this point, it doesn't really matter anymore, because unless we do something drastic, we're not going to win. So I'm going to try to be a little bit more proactive here. And 1, 2, 3. Did not make it. And here's everybody, and my team is nowhere again. Yeah, so no, this is not going to work. We're going to lose, and yeah. I'm going to be that guy. I hate being that guy, but no, it is time to advance. You can't just hang back in a situation like this, especially when you've lost the lead by 5,000 points. Sometimes you have to push, and yeah, disadvantage like this is when you push. You can't just sit at the base. And yeah, they've let the enemy take all the points. They're doing... Okay, our others are a Geardoga Heavy and a standard Gundam. The Gundam, at least, should have been in there with me. Gundam is a medium to short-range mobile suit. Should have been up close with me. Should have been doing something. There's just not a good way, at least in my opinion, to really work this. Half of our team's not really compatible with the other half. That's, again, I should have picked something a little bit more range to go with this map, but yeah, I'm getting shredded anytime I try to do anything. So fire that. Okay, actually got a kill. I'll be damned. And I forgot that you can fire multiple grenades at once with this thing. Hey, that is an actual support. Neat. And I'm getting demolished trying to do anything to it. Well, we've managed to catch up a little with a minute left. I've still got no support from my... Okay, now I've got a little support from my team. But I'm still getting, demolished because I've got to close with things to do damage. And I can't get in. So that is, like I said, that is my fault, and that is, just the team, 2/3 of the team just trying to do something that my suit and my playstyle are not compatible with. But it is getting frustrating. The Heavy Doga, the Dovin Wolf, the Faz, they are all good at long-range bombardment. But yeah, the enemy team's got fast-moving things that can do hit and run pretty well. The Delta Plus, can move very quickly. There's not a lot. Okay. All right. Well, and the narrative Gundam is pretty good at range. So, I have no help, and I'm always the thing furthest out. So, nothing I can do. So that is it for space for today. This is one of the reasons I don't like space, because it's a lot easier to adapt on smaller maps if you've got long range and short range suits working together. But yeah, 5 deaths, 2 kills, diversions 38%. I was being targeted, 38% of the time, almost within spitting distance of half the time. So yeah, that was annoying. Like I said, it's just the things we were trying to do were not really compatible. So space frame level 1 repeat, so some recycle tickets. Got my 2 space token. Got a monthly mission. We're gonna go to the ground. But like I said, sorry I'm getting frustrated here. There might have been better ways to handle that. Like I said, the chiefest among them would have been to pick a different suit, but it was too late for that, and I could not get a foot in anywhere. So anytime I even thought I had a decent, angle on anything, I'd get focused to death, and my team was, 73 miles away. It's, I've talked before about how it's often not a good idea to be the closest thing to the enemy team, and I didn't have a choice. So, like I said, if anybody else has advice on how to deal with a situation like that, other than don't pick Zekuin's 1 on lunar debris, I am definitely open to it, and I know people watching this would be happy to have it as well. We are going to take the Dom Tropical test type out, and we're going to see how much. Let's see. Okay, I'll go with the giant bazooka with cloth. Has slightly less ammo, slightly less range, but it can be fired a little quicker, and it reloads significantly quicker. Sadly, I do not have the highest level heat saber, so we won't get the maximum possible output out of this, but it should still be good. I can put the overtune on, which should get me an extra 3 per unit level. It's the level 3. I think it should be 9% again, so we'll try that. And that, so yeah, 15 just by the books, and then another 9% above that. Let's see. The other parts I have. Can I fit the level 4 instead? Because that would actually be... I can. Okay, yeah, so I can fit the level 4 and the level 2. Yeah, so in this case, 1, 2, 4, 5 is better than what I had. The overtuning actually does not give me as much of an advantage, not numerically speaking, as this does. So it's all a matter of knowing what your parts do and how to best use them. I am going to go with ballistic, because 400 is a pretty ballistic heavy cost. You start to see beam stuff, really devastating beam stuff like the Gaza Sea up here, but it's not, what's the word? It's not the norm. It's not pervasive, I think might be the word I'm looking for. But not ubiquitous. I'm certain there's a word that's better than the ones I'm choosing for what I'm trying to get across. But regardless, yeah, we'll try this level 3 Dom Tropical. I'm not sure I've tried the level 3 Tropical on PSN, so... But yeah, the downswing on this thing is great. It's very hard to handle because it is the charging downswing that the Gundam Easy 8 and a few other suits have, but it's dependent on the Dom's hover momentum. So when you go to launch that downswing, the longer you hold back in preparation, the more of your momentum you tend to kill. So it is a very, very powerful but very difficult to use attack. So let's see if I'm actually up to doing it today. To be honest, if I do poorly in this one too, I might do one more round just to see if I'm able to do any better. I might punt and go to my Gelgoog just to get some kind of like quality gameplay in here. But yeah, those space rounds were not good. And like I said, mostly it's me. The impulse is always to blame other people. I feel like the team should have been more aggressive. And even with the suits they had, they could have been more aggressive. But, whatever strategy they were trying, I was not really able to contribute to it. So, like I said, maybe that's on me, maybe it's not. And I think this room must be glitched because there's just nobody, Sometimes even on the PSN version, you get an invisible person in slot 12 and the room just never launches. So if I don't get a 12 in a second, I'll bail out and try again. Because that person does eventually leave the room and it works again, ideally. But some days you just can't get rid of a bomb. Come on now. This is ridiculous. Actually, no, it's fairly common. It's not really ridiculous, but I don't know, probably worth ridiculing, but that's up to you. Let's see. Nah, let's bail. Maybe I'm the one holding it up. That can be the case sometimes. Just your connection decides to be ornery and not work with somebody else's. Like, in particular, Nurse Gundam's internet tends to argue with a couple other people in the group. Oh, I failed matchmaking. It probably was me then. I'm seeing that a lot less, though, I will say. Like, once every couple of days. Watch me get it twice in a row after I said that. But on an average day, yeah, I've gotten whole days done on the PC version where I didn't see that at all. But yeah, there's a few people in the group that Nurse Gundam's internet just doesn't like. And they'll knock each other out of the room sometimes just at random. I don't know how the peer-to-peer connections work in this, but they're weird. I will say, though, that was even more common on GBO1 than it is on 2. Like, I believe it was Dangerously 1986 and I could not get in the same room for a long time. Just his internet and mine just did not get along. And those were in the days when I generally could not run a LAN cable to the PS3, so that made things worse. Like, I don't know if it's the case so much on the Steam version. It probably is, but just this, the better your connection, the better the game runs. So if you're getting a lot of weirdness, and you can get to a LAN connection instead of a wireless, it will probably help. Okay, yeah, gonna take the Dom Tropical. Sometimes people do take a second to pop into the room. We've got a Hildolfer, which, does that start at 400? I thought it started higher. Well, this person's D flat, so they should be able to figure it out. But I wonder. Okay, if they readied up, it is 400. I can never remember. But yeah, I might prefer to have a raid, but it's not 100% necessary. If they have a really good support, we could have a problem, though my melee strength is probably enough that I can do good damage. So we'll give it a try. But yeah, this also has, besides the bazooka, it has a pocket MMP-80 machine gun and some grenades. So it has decent offensive options at long and short range. It's just, I have it set up, almost entirely for short range damage, but we'll see if I can make anything out of that. I hope so. Like I said, I'd like to get one passable round out of this, even if the rest are dogs. But we'll see. I like the Dom Tropical. It's one of those things. Like I said, I kind of like to take the big swings and things like this. So even if I don't do as well, I probably won't feel as bad about it. Because, well, for one thing, we're on the ground. That helps. And we are on impact site. That's, yeah, okay. That's a good, mid-sized map. I can probably make use of that. I will get point A. That means that, no matter what happens, I will have done at least something useful. And, yeah. Like I said, I had some good rounds. I think I saved that high boost gym round I was talking about before, so you may get to see that in the future. But, I made some bad picks, and the team and I were just not there. That's the other thing about the, hover suits like the DOMs. There is a little bit of a bumper car thing going on. If other people's momentum, if you get caught up in other people's momentum, you can end up, pushed around considerably more than you would on a standard suit. I still have iframes. And did not land, you can see how the momentum of my swings are really being weird here just because of the nature of the DOM. I have not managed to land anything yet, so let's go to machine gun, because it's a high boost gem that I'm fighting, ironically. And if I can stop it, I might be able to hit it. Or I can hit these. Boom. Yep, that was a kill. I didn't even get to see a number. It was just that strong. And that tackle did not land, but it also, I think, prevented the damage. Hi! And I didn't get to see... I may not have damaged it. Yeah, I may not have hit it because I think it has priority on me, which means that it can just, swing through me. I've got the whole team on me again, though, and I'm going to die before I can do anything. And I'm guessing that the rest of my team also slightly dead. I just had all 5 of them looking at me, so, yeah. Like, again, that's just, you can only see the game from your own perspective. But at the same time, when other people call for help after you get focused to death by what looks like the whole team, it is always intensely frustrating. So... I've said before, a lot of this game is learning how to manage your frustration, and some days I'm still not good at it. Okay, I hope I grazed that thing on the ground, because if so, I can do really good damage. Let's just swing. Nope, did not get me out of the way of the high boost Jim's lunge. It's trying to gun me down as much as it can. Type advantage doing pretty good there. Let's see. Boom. Yep, there's another kill. Yeah, like I said, this the Dom Tropical, if you can land the downswing, which is not always easy, you can tear up. There's multiple high boost gyms here. Good news being that since I think there's multiple high boosts, but no, the good news is that since okay, yeah, 45-49 to a support, because that's a gun cannon mass production. Got killed by something, but yeah, I'm doing okay. Just, I could be doing better. I could be making better choices, I think, is a lot of it. But, yeah, since tackles are a function of melee strength, if I can land counters well enough, I can get a lot of damage even without the major downswing. But I'd love to hit some of these downswings. I'd love to hit the high boost gym with one where the numbers are actually visible, because I'm pretty sure it would be like 5,000-6,000, something ridiculous like that. That said, though, no you don't. I'm killing this person. And, yep. Well, I did, in fact, kill that person. I killed the pilot, and now I'll just finish gunning down the MS. Alright, there we go. Oops, ow. Have a grenade. I sometimes forget those are there. Yeah, I kind of suspect that one day in a distant patch, that was good damage. The stun didn't take, but the damage was good. I have a feeling that one day in a distant patch, those Gym 3 missiles will become steerable. Ooh, hit real hard by a Pale Rider Cav. I did not manage to counter, and it has to hit me with maybe 2 to 3 bullets to kill me, so... Dom Tropical's a little bit slow on its boost, so, not great, but... Tempted to abandon my suit and try and make a grab, but we'll just see. Got the kill! But yeah, that's pretty much... if you can line it up, it's kind of like the midpoint between using a like flyer. There we go. That was good damage. And now I'm dead, but I got the damage. They planted a bomb at our base, despite the fact they're winning by 3,000. Jerks. It's a legitimate strategy. Still irritating. Like, I think that's kind of the theme for today. This is all legitimate play. It's just annoying. And, some days are like that in this game. Especially when you're trying to use things you don't ordinarily use. Good defuse there. That's good. Unfortunately, it has let them push us back to A, which, like I've said before, that can go either way. Okay, that didn't go either way. That went the wrong way. And this does have a dodge. I'm not using it enough. It does have it. And that is a peasant wedge trying to move in on me. And I have boost again, so... See, that is another general type in front of me. But, yeah, I'm trying to use things I don't often use today. It's been a while since I used the Dom Tropical, and it can be good, but it's just not maybe working for me as well as it could. Or maybe I'm just being overly critical after the last couple of rounds. That's Peasant Wedge. It has Beam Bazooka. It's dead. I will follow shortly. Especially since, yeah, I am the closest thing to the enemy team again, so it's time to run away. Hopefully my team will, move up. We are down by 4,000 points with 2 minutes to go. Winnable, unlikely. That should have been a stun. Hi! Okay, that didn't work. And now, yeah, they're all right here. They're going to kill me. Again, maybe kind of academic. And the new chair's already creaking. Great. Oh well. But yeah, I'm doing better than I was in space, but that's not saying much. I'm going to do one more after this in the Gelgug, just because. Getting kind of hoarse, though, so I'll do my best to keep talking. But yeah, sometimes, like, that's a piece of advice I've given out to people over the years, too. Like, when you're just having a day when nothing seems to work, take your best suit. Take your best suit, play your best, and hopefully it will work. Yeah, as you can see, when you're moving back, there's like, the forward momentum is like nothing. And when you're out of boost, you just kind of keep skating in one direction forever, and it's not very useful. Okay, let's see. Okay, I just kind of juked a little bit to get them to tackle, and they did. But the refresh on the okay, I'm dead again. Refresh on the Saber is not enough that you can land 2 down swings in a row unless you manage to land like just the very end of the motion and then cancel out with a boost. In that situation, sometimes. We're getting closer to coming back than I thought we would. I don't think we're going to make it. Not impossible. Unlikely. Nope. Support fire just hit like 3 of us. That's it. Oh well. And I don't have time to do much of anything either, so I shoot you. And that's all I got. Yeah, so could definitely have been worse. Did not work out very well. Like I said, when they push you back to your base, either you all, coordinate and it works well, or they've got you. But okay, did better than I thought. 82,000 points, 2,900 score. I'll take it. But yeah, 6 and 5. I got beaten up a lot there. So yeah, we're gonna go back in the Gelgug, and I think I'll take a spin for the Dezpada. Started to say Despacito. And see if I can, and then I'll go back in the Gelgug and actually, play semi-competently, I hope. Find out. Okay. Let's see. Yep, go collect my rewards. Yeah, when there's still a little bit of clunkiness here in the lobby where, it's spawning in so many, other pilots at one time, but generally I think it's doing a little better. So I'm just glad, that bit by bit they do seem to be, refining things, fixing things. I hope that remains the case. I would like to I'd like to see this run as well as the PlayStation version, and see it be around as an option for people for a long time. Let's see. We are summoning. I've been playing Fate Grand Order. It's the anniversary. Got a lot of tokens. We are ordering a supply drop. We are getting a bronze crate. We're getting a level 2 Just a Beam Rifle. They are really liking giving us flavors of Just a Beam Rifle today. I may have enough DP now that I could get those two parts I was talking about before. Let me grab that real quick. They're not the most useful in the world, but they are not terrible. You do basically eventually want to have all the parts. There are, circumstances for all of them, and even if I have not made the case for them particularly well at any given moment, they are, useful, depending on what it is you want to accomplish. So I recommend having them all just to have as many options as possible. So we're going to go back into 400 rating, and we're going to go as a Gelgug and hopefully score a win. Either we'll end on a high note, or we will get definitive proof that it is best if I just stop for today. Either one of those is frankly valuable. Yeah, this is an okay build still. Melee resistance is kind of low on early production Gelgug as a start, so I need to get... Okay, that's probably my next DP store project, is to get these rifles, because I do like running the Gelgug at basically any cost where it's available. There's an awful lot of Gelgug variants, and most of them can use that rifle, so it is definitely worth getting. Beam Naginata, likewise the Beam Naginata, but the rifle I think is the more versatile of the two. But, okay, we are in City Ruins. That's not a bad map. I will leave it to someone else to fill the support slot that could use filled. And I'm just going to take in the Gelgug and do my best. So, hopefully my Gelgug judgment will be better than my Tropical Dom or, Space Anything judgment today. But, yeah, okay. 2 Gym Sniper White Dingoes. That's an interesting choice. It's not bad. Gym Sniper 3 for our support. Also not bad. I'm kind of wondering if the White Dingoes are both going to be using their sniper rifles, or if one of them is going to be using ground-type beam rifle, or I think it can use bazooka also. I'm not sure. Ifrit Noct is our raid. City Ruins is a great map for that. Plenty of places to hide. Plenty of ways to get behind things. The jamming does kind of announce your suit, even though it has level 3 stealth, so sometimes you can do better off hanging near your team and engaging once they are, attacking from the front than you can just trying to sneak off on your own and kill the support. Because, if the support is way, way back behind the lines and suddenly they've got jamming, they're going to know to look for you. It's just how it is. But let's see what we've got. Like I said, hopefully I can do better than last time. That's all I'd really like. Then Friday is the round, 2 kills in 2 separate rounds, and win once. Be very wary of ace matches on Fridays, because like I've been saying a lot lately, that 2 separate kills twice, or 2 kills in 2 separate rounds things. That is, you have to get 2 kills in each in 2 rounds. Really kind of not compatible with ace round or target shuffle. So, alright. Charging. But yeah, Gelgug Beam Rifle hits really hard uncharged, stuns when charged, has good range. Basically, you can be, you can be a sniper, you can be an opportunist, you can... do some stun into melee play. Provides a lot of good opportunities. Wow, words and I are just not today. But also, that person's a little jumpy. That's a connection thing, of course. Okay, well, that worked out in my favor, and they just dodge rolled. It's a gym custom. It does have double dodge. I couldn't remember, but it does. So I'm going to be on the floor for a second here. I'm glad I leaned into melee defense, because that will protect me from counter tackles too, which if I'm just going to charge in face first like that, I will need. Okay, their turn to charge in face first, and I got the kill. Nice. Since I was right there, I also got stunned, or heavy staggered in fact. But it is now time to, actually, before the enemy gets here, while they're all kind of gathered back there, I'm gonna do this. Why did I click the left stick to try and crouch? That is not how this game has ever worked. I think there's something else I've been playing that where it does, though, so that's just on the bad scrambled brain. Okay, that is a Zaku of some sort. I do not have time to close without getting canceled, so, or countered, rather. It's a Zaku Stutzer. I thought so, but I was having trouble making it out. Let's see, I'm gonna get killed. Aw, man, that was such a close miss. I just fired right over its shoulder. And, yep, I'm dead. I think that was the support fire, which, that's fine. We're behind a little bit, but, yeah, I'm warming up. I'm doing good damage. I just, need to be having a little bit better judgment from time to time, as always. Like, some days your judgment is just off. Or at least mine is. Just, some days you get rattled. Some days you're just not thinking very clearly. I'm going to blame the heat. It's been like in the 90s all week, and I have to close the doors in this room without air conditioning to do this. So, yeah, my brain is cooked. Or at least that's the excuse I'm going to give. It's moderately comfortable. Not great, not terrible. Let's see, hit that Red Rider pretty hard. Okay, yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, heavy attacks... The Gelgug has melee priority 3. But heavy attacks technically have priority over everything. They have priority 4 functionally. So, if I had swung a little bit sooner, I would have actually knocked them down. Any other attack they'd launched against that downswing, they'd be on the ground. Or they'd have clashed with me, possibly. But, okay, good. Landed a good foot swing there. Somebody's near death back there. I think they got. Let's move up. I still have enough legs I can do some quick maneuvering like that. They pulled back fast enough, though, that it didn't help. And that is a Peasant Dwedge, and my beam defense isn't great, so... it's okay, but... Yep, Peasant Dwedge. I forget whether the other Dwedge is still labeled as Doage, but they had that for a long time, too. Just should be the same thing. That's why the Peasant Dwedge is called the Peasant, because there's also just another flavor of Doage, which is a modified Dom. Let's see, we're a little bit spread out, not ideal. That's okay, we're all mostly dead now, and oh man, I spawned right in the middle of the enemy. Remember what I was saying about making bad decisions? Well, there's another bad decision. There is a cavalcade of them. Yeah, okay, they're all hitting my shield so far, which is lovely. Now they're not. My shield's gone, which means if I ever stand up, I'll have increased speed. And people are frequently not ready for the angle of the beam naginata, which is great. Because, yeah, it's just... You're basically kind of attacking over their shoulder, and that is not something they are necessarily prepared to deal with. That is, I believe, a Gelgug ground type, which has type advantage on me. And also has grenade launchers and a bunch of other things. Not a good thing to be approaching. Nothing's good to be approaching with 891 hit points, frankly. But, ow. See what I mean? Yeah, but we're not, the scores are not so far apart that if I actually, focus, this could not get better. So, I'm not the only one that's on either. If we can all work together, that'll be good. I'm going to send Bunch up. I'm not, it's time to actually start, getting geographically similar here and working together to run them down the way they've been running us down. Let's see if I can help with that. Beam. Yes, I can. Good, that's a kill. I don't care if I don't get the kills, I just want to do the damage. Let's see. Did not hit that. That is Red Rider again. Thing's a nuisance. Heavy attack raids are always a nuisance if you're not in them. Law of the Bat and Warthog. Let's see. Yeah, it's running back to its allies. That's smart. But I'm going to hit it. And that was not quite enough to kill. If I'd had more time, I would have done a downswing. Let's see. But as soon as that thing's iframes are dead, so is it, hopefully. It's fast enough. It's actually managing to get away. It just went into, I forget what it's called. Is that one Arius or is that Black Rider? I can't remember. I think it's Arius, which just boosts speed on Red Rider, does not do anything else. Okay, we just both wasted each other's tackles. I believe I have higher melee priority, which is nice. Which, ow, I did not have quite enough ready-up time to follow that up. But they're a little bit spread out. I can get this Pale Rider probably. Yep, and I'm going to use my tackle for the iframes just to delay whatever it is that Gelgood ground would like to do to me. And beams. Beams, and let's pull back. Okay, yeah, I think it's going to be another close one. I'm not counting on a win, but, you know, it's going to be close. I'll settle for that at this point, especially if I, you know, make decent... Okay, good. Tackle wasted. Canceled out of the stun animation. Knockdown into downswing, and that's a kill. It's not going to be enough. They've gotten more kills. I'm almost dead. And even if I do everything I can, which I am, it's not going to be enough, especially when I get caught in the support fire. Okay, support fire may decide the match, honestly. Kill, kill, kill. That's a kill. No, even without support, even with the support fire, we don't have enough time to make this kill, or make enough kills to clear the score difference. So, I missed. If it had gone on another second, he'd have killed me before I killed him. But it was close, so I'll take that. And yeah, like I said, when you can't get something working with your best suit, it's time to give up for the night. So, but I did sweep the board, so I'll take it. Give it to our sniper and this other person who beat their rival. I did 79,000 damage, 2,700 points out of 9,700. That's decent. 5 and 3, not my best performance, and yeah, we're creeping back down towards D+. Not shocked, but yeah, that is where we're going to call it for today. I don't even have I've already gotten as many crates as I can get in a day, so that I can't even get a crate out of that. In case I haven't mentioned before, every level of the medal you get in a month increases the number of crates you can get. The default is 2, bronze medal gets you to 3, silver to 4, gold to 5, and platinum to 6. So, you know, especially while they're doing like increased crate drops still here on the PC version, take advantage of that, because you never know what you're going to drop. Could be free tokens, could be, you know, rare mobile suits or weapons. I got the Hyper Bazooka for the new Gundam, which was like a prize for the Step 7 of the of its Step Up banner. I got that in the in a post-round crate, so yeah, just, you know, get what you can out of that while you can. There's a lot of good stuff to get. But that is going to do it for our extended Gundam Battle Operation 2 Steam episode. We will be back hopefully next week with more of this. And until next time, everybody take care and have fun. Later!